One second.
So again, I'd like to wish everyone a good morning, grand rising. My name is DeJur, and I'm a yoga therapist, and I am here in Los Angeles. I'd like to thank UMA Community Clinic and Evelyn for having me here every week. We meet every Wednesday at 9 a.m. and this class is suitable for most. So it's not a super challenging class. We will get some really wonderful stretches going on and can get a lot of fresh oxygen in our bodies. But I encourage the younger crowd to invite your seniors to join us. Again, it's a very gentle class and all are welcome here. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the land that I'm on. I am on the land of the Gabrielino and Tongva nations. Those are the First Nations that were part of this part of the country. This land was stolen from them and stolen by colonizers and renamed Los Angeles. I want to thank them for their stewardship, for caring for this most beautiful part. I believe this is the most beautiful part of the country, and we have a beach nearby. So I just want to give honor to them, to the ancestors past and present. Also, if you have any injuries, please be mindful of your body and take care of yourself. If I ask you to make a move or do something, like my right arm was broken, so certain positionings of it are not comfortable for me, so I go into the front of the discomfort when I move into those kind of positions that I know are going to bring pain. Pain is the body's way of saying, no, it's too much. And so we don't ever want to cause pain to our body, especially in any movement practice, you know, even though I know that this expression in a lot of fitness things is no pain, no gain, but pain is the body's way of saying, please stop, I can't. And then if you need a break, please take time for yourself, and a break could be water break, a rest break, a bathroom break, whatever you need. You are your own best yoga teacher, so feel free to make that happen for yourself.
You're on mute.
Grounding is just, thank you, bringing ourselves into the moment. Good morning, Terlin. Thanks for coming. Bringing ourselves into the moment and kind of leaving everything else outside for our next almost hour together. So I'd like for you, and Terlin, you just joined us. If you can please grab a chair. We're going to be doing a chair class today. So just sit in a comfortable way. I'm sitting on a stool so I can be close to the camera, but I'm going to move back into the chair in just a moment. So sitting comfortable, place your hands in a comfortable way on your body, whatever that may be. So I'm demonstrating hands on knees or thighs. You can have hands around your belly. If you're feeling ever in your day anxious or activated, just holding the belly is hugging your belly is a nice way to self-soothe and also to calm down the nervous system. You put right hand over your heart, left hand over belly button, or left hand on top of right. You have several options, and anything that you think of or any way that you think of to position your hands, feel free to do that. I want you to be comfortable, and I want you to always have choices when we are together. So feet are flat, legs are resting comfortably apart or together, your choice. We're just going to notice our feet touching whatever they're touching, carpet, if you happen to have your yoga mat under or out or on your underneath your chair, whatever flooring you have under your feet. Just have a notice of the contact of your feet with whatever surface that is. Then we notice our backs of our thighs and our part of our buttocks touching the seat bottom or the chair bottom, and then the other part of the buttocks and the low back, or your back rather, maybe touching your seat back. Just notice that contact. So this is just ways that we get in touch with what parts of us are touching something else. It's just a way, again, to kind of refocus our attention and awareness on what we're about to do. We listen to sounds around our space. So we're going to start with, let's start with sounds outside. So if you hear it, just have an awareness of a car just went by my house, my building. You may hear birds, you may hear voices, children, gardeners, whatever you may hear, just have a listen for that. The sanitation trucks maybe, and it may be quiet. So right this moment, there's nothing happening outside my space here. It's really quiet out there right now. Then we move our awareness to sounds inside. So maybe television in the back room, voices in the back room, music. I can hear I didn't shut the door to the kitchen. I can hear the motor of my refrigerator and the fountain, the cat's drinking fountain to get them to drink more water. It's also nice for me because it sounds like a bubbling brook. So I get a little bit of a benefit of their spoiled behinds. We'll look around the room as if it's your first time in your room. We do this every week. This is orienting ourselves to our space, and it is a familiar space, but we can use this practice in any place we find ourselves. I mentioned probably most weeks that the annual visit to the tax man, even though he and I have been in relationship for over 20 years, I always get anxiety when I go see him, not for him, but because I know I owe somebody some money. So when I'm in his office, I do some of these practices, feeling my feet on the floor and looking around the office that I've seen so many times over the years. If you want to pick out 3 things of dominant color in your space, you pick the color, and just have an awareness of what those are. You can name them silently if you want, or just have a visual awareness. And we'll use our sense of touch. So just noticing the material of your clothing. So I'm in a denim shirt. Underneath that is more of it's silky, but it's polyester. But anyway, just noticing the difference. Is it smooth, rough, thick, or thin? Just have an awareness of that, sense of touch and how the fabric feels. We'll move into the sense of smell and see if you notice any smells. My place is smellless right now. My room has some aromatherapy happening way back there, but it hasn't come up this far into the front. But see if you smell anything, maybe coffee, breakfast, toast, flowers, I don't know, whatever it can be. See what you notice. And then we'll go into our sense of taste. I have toothpaste taste, chased by a little water. Maybe you've had coffee or juice. You can tap your lips together a few times. Our lips have an awful lot of nerve endings. And take the tip of your tongue, circle around the roof of your mouth a few times in each direction. Just notice how that feels. Notice the surface of the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. And then take the tip of your tongue and run your tongue around the upper arch, the inside upper arch of your teeth. And feel the surface of the teeth as you go around. And then do the lower arch from one side to the other. Noticing surface. Now we'll move our attention onto our breathing. And so we're going to be breathing through our nose today. And for the newcomers, I'm a yoga therapist, so I tend to probably explain too much, but I want y'all to know why we're doing what we're doing. Otherwise, what is the point of me just barking out moves for you? I want you to know that you can do certain things. If certain things are bothering you, like if you have a tight low back, I'm going to name, this is what you can do to kind of ease that or aid that. So the nose has a lot, as you know, it has hairs inside that trap a lot of invisible debris. Also, the brain regulates what nostril the air comes in and how much. Okay, and the brain does that without us even knowing. And the breathing through the nose keeps the breath warm and moist. When we breathe through our mouth, which is helpful, there are some yoga mouth breathing techniques, and also very helpful if we're stuffy, sinuses, or cold or whatever. So mouth breathing is permitted. But when we breathe through our mouth, immediately you feel your mouth dry out and get cold. And that means that breath dries out and gets cold. And when it hits your lungs, it must be rehydrated and reheated by the lungs, which is kind of an extra effort for the lungs, unless you need to breathe through your mouth, right? And so this is why nasal breathing is really beneficial in yoga. And then the biggest bonus of nasal breath is the exhalation helps us to regulate our nervous system. So again, going through really, I won't speak for you. I'm going through really stressful times in this world right now. Nothing outrageously personal about what I'm going through, but just the craziness of life in 2020, 2021, 2022. And so I do throughout my day take a moment to take some cleansing breaths, big breaths through my nose and slowing down the exhale. All right, that's the little mini lecture, the TED Talk on why I promote nasal breath. So I'm going to move into my chair and we'll get started for the movement portion. And so we'll just start. Oh, a couple more things. If your chair is too low and you have longer legs, you can put a towel or a blanket on the seat of your chair. That will lift your torso up and away from the floor and allow your legs to rest more comfortably. If the chair is too high, and I mentioned this last week, I taught a chair class at a senior center and their chairs were great, except they were really cushioned. So I taught basically on tiptoes the whole hour and a half. It was a long class. So, and I didn't have access. They don't have yoga blankets and stuff, but you can put a towel or blanket under your feet if your chair is too high for you. Okay, and that brings the floor up to your feet so that you are not on tippy toes the whole time we're together. So those are just a couple of options for you to make your chair yoga session accessible to your body. And so we're going to sit comfortably. So feet flat on the floor, 10 toes going in the same direction. And you can separate your legs to your comfort. I like mine separated so they support themselves. Some of us like our legs, the insides of the legs touching. For me, I have to kind of concentrate on keeping them like this, and it's a slight distraction. So I'd rather just separate them and be free of paying attention to that part when that's not the important part of what we're about to do. Sit up and away from your chair. So I want you to sit up really tall. If you must sit back in your chair for whatever reason, I still want you to sit up very tall. Usually the back of the chair brings a sense of comfortableness and we just kind of slump down and our posture goes away, our good posture goes away. So if you would like to sit on the back of the chair or lean on the back of the chair, please sit up as tall as you can. We want to put the spine to work, and that is to support the torso. Pull your belly button in just a little bit for a little extra support, and that engages the abdominal muscle. Drop your chin down to your chest. I just want you to hold this shape, gazing toward the floor. And take some deep breaths here. Smooth out your breath. Again, we're doing nasal breath. And I want you to also check in with your jaw. We want to keep the jaw loose. When we grip or tighten our jaw, a lot of times it happens unconsciously, but it puts a lot of stress on the jaw, the bones, the teeth in the back, and the muscles around that, and can cause headaches. So why don't you shift your bottom jaw from side to side a few times. And then slow circles with your head. So you can go either direction, and this should not hurt, but you may hear some sounds coming from your neck, or feel or sense some sounds, or what is the other word? Like pops and crackles, and it might be more of a felt sense versus something that you actually hear. These are hydrogen gas bubbles. They are releasing as we move around. And so this head motion or Head circle should not have any pain with it. If you have pain, maybe try not to circle so vigorously. And if it's still painful, then I'll ask that you please stop and just continue your breath work. Reverse the circle, opposite direction. Again, we're sitting up tall. Our belly button is pulled in to engage our abdominal muscles. Shoulders are relaxed and down. And a lot of times, unconsciously the shoulders rise up, and that puts a lot of tension on the muscles on top of the shoulders, especially when we don't need them. Sometimes raised shoulders are like helping us if we have to do a fight or flight kind of thing, which is hopefully not very often. But otherwise, we want to keep the shoulders down. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder and just hold here. Take some breaths. Left ear to left shoulder, hold here, take some breaths. Notice how your neck feels. If your head is tipping to your left, see how things feel on the right side of your neck. So I'm going to ask you sometimes to just notice and feel. If you don't notice and feel, that is fine. In this particular example, this is letting us know that target area for our head this way is on the right side of the neck. So let's go back to the head to the right. If you suffer from tight neck, these head circles and these dropping ears side to side can help to lengthen out those muscles again on the sides of our neck. We're going back, head to the left. I want you to take your left hand, place it on your the right side of your head or on near your right ear. And we're not pulling or yanking. We're just letting the weight of the arm add a little bit of additional stretch. Right shoulder is still low. Right shoulder blade is still down. Just hold here, take some breaths. Want to talk about eyes. If you want to keep your eyes wide open during class, that is great. A lot of us have hypervigilance that we live with. We like to see what's happening around us, even at home. And so that's fine. These are your options. You may also lower your lids halfway. Let's change sides. Right ear, right shoulder, right hand near left ear, and hold here. You may also lower your eyelids. That cuts out part of the external stimulus, the light, etc., and the things in front of you that sometimes can give us a busy feeling. And in closing the eyes all the way, obviously shuts out all the stimuli, but also there's an added bonus. Come head up to center. It gives your body a relaxation signal. So that's the benefit of closed eyes. If you want to go to sleep really fast, get a face towel, fold it up and place it over your eyes. The light pressure from the face towel sends a deeper signal of relaxation to your body through the eyelids. And so you can use this as a tool if you really want to get to sleep fast. It doesn't have to be a face towel. When I teach in the jails and prisons, I'd have the incarcerated people use the sleeve of their shirt, or sometimes they'd have on a jacket rather, or a long sleeve t-shirt, and I'd have them just drape that sleeve over their eyes if they were comfortable to do so, because they truly live in a hypervigilant state. And so you don't have to have a face towel. You can use a sock. I personally use clean socks when I'm in a yoga class and I forget to bring the face towel. I also have eye pillows. I don't have them up here to show you, but they're little pillows that are full of either uncooked rice or lentil beans or lavender flowers or different things like that. And they sell those in like Sprouts and Whole Foods. And those are also a nice touch to just relax the eyes and the facial muscles. Let's see, let's do some shoulder work. So bring your hands in front of your heart. This is called prayer hands, Anjali Mudra in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is the language of yoga. Mudra means hand yoga. So we see a lot of religious and spiritual images, statues, and leaders with different positioning of their hands. These are called mudras. So this mudra is Anjali Mudra, or prayer hands in English. Sweep up, sit up tall, inhale, palms touch, exhale, palms back down in front of your heart. We're sitting up really tall. Again, engage the belly button. Sweep the arms out. Inhale, lift. Palms touch. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. We'll do 3 more. Sweep out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. This is number 2. Sweep out, lift, breathe in. Exhale down, and number one, sweep out. I want you to hold here. So sitting up tall, palms, arms are as straight as you can get them. Palms face each other. If you have tight shoulders, you may cactus your arms, which just bend the elbows. Your palms face toward me. This is called cactus arms. Just hold here and take a couple breaths. And then extend the arms up, hook the thumbs. We're gonna take a breath in, exhale to your right, hold the left shoulder back. It's gonna wanna come forward a bit. We need it to stay back. This is a seated side stretch. So see what you notice on your left side body or left side rib cage. Inhale to center. Exhale to your left. Keep the right shoulder back. Notice the stretch, if you do, on your right side body. Inhale to center. Exhale right. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Inhale to center. Exhale right. We're going to hold here. So make sure again the left shoulder is pulled back, leaning to the side. Arms are as straight as you can get them. Take some breaths. Inhale, come up. And then last one, exhale to your left and hold. Pull the right shoulder back. Take a few breaths here. Inhale to center. Let the arms swan dive down and notice how they feel as the muscles feel as the muscles rebound back to their normal or natural positioning. Just sit here, let the hands dangle beside you. Check your breathing. Bring your hands in front of your heart. We'll do some seated spinal twist. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your left elbow either above your right knee, hover above it, or you may touch the right knee, your choice. Turn your torso to the right, lift the right elbow. Just hold here. This is a seated spinal twist. So I want to talk about what's happening in this shape. So again, you have an awareness of some of the reasons and the whys of the shapes that we're doing. Your spine is in a spiral right now. If you suffer from low back tension, this shape can be helpful to re-lengthen your spine. Gravity pulls us down toward the earth the second we step out of bed all day long. So throughout the day, sometimes our spines get compressed a little bit. So these twists help. Also, the forward bending helps. So the forward bending really gets into the lumbar spine. That's the low curve. Pressing the hands together firmly engages the muscles in the arms. You might feel that. And again, hovering is fine, or touching the knee if it's accessible for you. Look down between your feet and then look to your right elbow. Down between your feet. So we get a little movement in the neck again. Look toward the right elbow. And then down between your feet, look toward the right elbow. Hold here. So traditionally in this shape, we'd be looking at the right elbow. For some of us, that's too much of a positioning of the neck. It's not comfortable. So you may look out horizontally or actually down toward the floor to find out what feels best for you. So take 2 more breaths here. Again, this is a seated forward bend with a twist. Inhale, come up. Notice how things feel when we come back. And then exhale, we're going directly to the other side. So you may hover the right elbow over the left knee. You may touch the right elbow to the left knee. Turn your torso to the left. Hands pressed together firmly. Lift the left elbow. And just hold here. So on this side, I feel something nice happening to my right shoulder blade. So see if you notice anything. I didn't feel this on the other side. And again, that's okay. I'm just speaking of what, this is also a small target area of this position. Look down between your feet. Look to the left elbow. Down between your feet. And while we're doing this, we're continuing to move the breath. Look toward the left elbow. And one more time, look down. Look up, and you can either hold looking up, you can look out horizontally, or you can look down between your feet. It's your choice. We'll take a couple more breaths here, pressing the palms firmly together to activate the muscles in the arms. And then inhale, come up to center, see how things feel. Just lower the arms and let them hang beside you and sit back in your chair. You can sit as comfortably as you'd like to. Take a couple breaths here and see how things feel. So do a body scan, see if you notice anything different than when we first started. We haven't done a lot, just a lot of movement yet, but just see if you notice any changes. And if you do, that's part of the yoga process. So sliding forward in your chair. Make sure your chair feels stable when you slide forward. I don't want you to have the chair flip forward on you. So make sure you feel stable. I should have asked you if you had a yoga mat to put it under the chair. If you have a hardwood floor tiling, sometimes it keeps the chair stable. I apologize, I didn't say that earlier, but just make sure you feel stable in your chair. Extend the right foot out straight. So we're gonna angle the left leg out of the way. Okay, so left knee and left toes are going the same way. Right leg is straight out. We're on the right heel. We're pressing the right heel into the floor. We're going to massage our right leg. Starting up high on the thigh, we'll do a couple together, then I'm going to let you go at your own pace and your own speed. Okay, breath in here. I'm going to exhale and just massage the leg. I want you to come down all the way to your ankle before you inhale and come up. So when you come down all the way to the ankle, that gets a deep stretch in that low part of the spine. Exhale forward, come all the way down. Inhale, come up. And then this last one together, then I'm gonna let you go on your own for a few. Exhale forward. Inhale, come up, and do 3 on your own. The breath goes out when you come forward, okay? Really big, full breath. Slow, deep, and full inhales. Really notice the sensation in your hands as you run your hands over your clothing or your skin. The next time you pass your right knee, we're going to pause there, massage the knee. The kneecap, the back of the knee, right above and below the knee. With a nice massage. And again, the right toes are pointing up. The right heel is pressed into the floor. We're going to exhale, go all the way down to the right ankle. We're going to hold here. So drop your gaze down toward the floor so that the back of your neck is long and smooth. And just hold here and see if you feel a stretch in the back of your right leg. That's why I have you holding here. So you might feel something in the calf, the back of the knee, and the back of the thigh. May feel a little give in the low back. And then inhale, come up. And then right foot on the floor. And see if you notice any difference in the right leg. You might feel some different kind of energy there. We're going to angle the right foot out and away. Right knee and right toes going the same way. Left heel, left leg straight out. Left heel on the floor. Left toes pointing up. We'll start at the top of the left leg. Big breath in. Exhale forward. All the way down. We'll do 3 together and then you'll do 3 on your own. Inhale, come up. Exhale forward. Come all the way down toward the left ankle or as far as you can. Inhale, come up. Last one together. Exhale down. Inhale, come up. Do 3 on your own at your own pace and speed. Listen to the sound of your breath. Next, this one, when you come back to the left knee, stop there, massage front, back, above and below. Our knees have a lot of little moving parts. It's really a very delicate structure. Takes on a lot of A lot of hard work throughout our day. And exhale, go all the way down to the ankle or as close to it as you can. To the left ankle, look down at the floor and hold here. Take 2 breaths here. And inhale, come up. Bring the left foot onto the floor. Gonna windshield wiper, just move the knees side to side. Both knees in the same direction. Windshield wiper the knees a little bit. We're gonna do some toe circles. So we'll start with the right toe. So the feet are parallel and legs comfortably separated for you. Gonna circle the right big toe, as big or small, in a circle to your right. Okay, so this is for the hip joint and the inside of the right thigh. You might feel a nice stretch when the leg comes back. This inner hamstring muscle does not get a lot of attention from us mere mortals. Gets a lot of attention with dancers and gymnasts. They get a lot of stretches in, obviously. And so this is one way we can bring this muscle gets really tight from inactivity. Let's reverse the direction of the right toe circling. Might feel a little something in the right hip, a little something like mine is starting to feel not a big deal, but a little tired a little bit. That doesn't take much, but that's what I noticed. And then come to stillness with the right foot, and we'll start with the left big toe. And the circles can be whatever size you want them to be. I try to make mine as big as I can to get that inner hamstring stretch when I go out toward the back. But you can make them, they can be little circles. It's your choice. So we're sitting straight, spine straight, belly button in, shoulders down. Even though the focus of what we're doing is below the waist, we want to still have a good setup posture-wise. Let's reverse the direction. The left toe circles. And then come back to stillness. You may sit back in your chair. Don't lean back, but just scoot back on the bottom. Hands in front of your heart. This is Anjali Mudra. Prayer hands. Sweep out and up. We did this already. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, reverse. Come up, breathe in. Exhale, forward bend. So this is really lovely for low back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, come up. I'm going to switch it up here. Exhale, forward. When you come up, grab your right knee. Inhale, bring it up to your chest. So right knee to chest. Drop your shoulders. Let's circle the right foot a few times. So we're holding the right leg in a way that our muscles in our arms are engaged. The shoulders are down. The spine is long. The neck is long. Reverse the direction of the circle. And then lower the right foot. Hands in front of your heart, sweep out. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, flat back, forward bend. Inhale, this time we bring the left knee to chest. Hold here. Shoulders drop down. Circle the left ankle, left foot a few times. Reverse the direction. And then set the left foot on the floor. Hands in front of the heart, sweep out, up, inhale. Exhale, flat back. Inhale, right knee to chest. Exhale, right foot down. Set up for cat-cow. So traditionally, cat-cow is done on hands and knees, but it has been variation made to do it in the chair, hands on top of your knees or thighs. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see this. So we inhale, we arch the back. This is the cow shape. Lift the chest, head, chin up just a little. We don't wanna have the head dangling back behind us. Just lift the chin a little. I want you to hold here. This is the cow shape. So really arch your back. This gives a great stretch to the low spine that I've talked about a million times. Hold here, take a breath or two. We're gonna go into the cat shape. Spine curls, exhale, chin to chest. We're gonna hold here. See what you feel by way of relief by sitting in this way. Take some breaths. And then we'll go in real time. Breathe into cow. Exhale to cat. We'll do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. I want you to circle in your chair 2 times each way. So hands on knees or thighs. We're just circling. It doesn't matter which way you start. You've done the first 2, go the other way. And when you come forward, that's your exhale point. Inhale when you come up or back. So 2 times there, we come back to sitting upright, hands in front of the heart, sweep out, inhale, lift. Exhale, flat back, forward bend. Inhale, this time bring the left knee with you. Exhale, left foot on the floor. Set up for cat-cow, we're doing 3. Cow is first, lift. Arch the back, chest lifts, chin up a little. That's the inhale. Exhale, curl into cat. Spine toward the back of your chair, chin to chest, breath out. Breathe in. This is the second cow. We're doing 3 all together. Exhale to cat. This is number 1. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, curl. Come back to center. We'll do 2 circles each way like we did before. Exhaling when you go forward. Inhaling when you sit upright. So 2 circles and then go the other way. And then come back to center. And we'll go another round. Hands in front of your heart or 2. Sweep up, breathe in, arms up overhead. Flat back, forward bend. Inhale, bring the right knee up. Exhale, right foot down. Cow. Inhale. Cat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. Come back to center. Last one. Hands in front of your heart. Sweep out. Inhale, arms up. Forward bend with a flat back. Inhale, the left knee comes with you. Exhale, the left foot down. Set up for cow. Breathe in, arch your back. Chest lifts. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, curl. Last one. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, curl. And then circle twice each way. So I don't know if my friend Jackie is on here. I can't see from how far back I'm sitting, but Jackie's a yoga teacher all the way in Florida. She was here with us last week. This circling she named Stir the Pot. So I get a giggle every time I say it. So this is Stir the Pot. Jackie, I hope you're here. I'll look and see when we get done. It's also called Sufi circles, which Sufis are mystics circles, or Sufi grinds. The same thing, but I find more fun in Stir the Pot. So anyway, come back to hands in front of your heart. Sweep out. Inhale up. Exhale, forward bend. And then come back up into cactus arms. Hold here. Just take a couple breaths. So cactus arms again are just on the bottom, or sorry, so the upper arm parallel with the floor and the forearms pointing upwards toward the ceiling. Just hold here. And then bring your hands together. We'll do it again. Sweep up. Exhale forward. Come up to cactus arms and hold. Take a couple breaths. So we want to put energy in the arms so they're not just hanging down by the side body. They're energized. The bottom of the upper part of the arm is parallel to the floor. Okay, arms are strong. They're engaged. They're not just floating in space. There's thought behind this. So arms are strong and engaged. And then we'll bring our hands down. Let's see. Hands in front of your heart. Sweep out wide. All the way back as far as you can go. That's comfortable for you. Exhale, give yourself a hug, hold here. Just take a couple breaths. Hang on really tight, okay? Hug yourself. So if you're feeling stressy or anxious throughout your day, the self-hug has the same effect as a hug from someone else. Okay, the body does not know. It's not your sweetheart or your grandbaby or whatever. You get a little hormonal burst of cortisone and oxytocin. Those are feel-good hormones. I think I got those right. And so the body doesn't know who's hugging it. Okay, so this is another way to self-soothe and self-care. Inhale, lift the elbows. So now we get into the shoulder blades and shoulder joints. Exhale down, we'll do 2 more. Breathe in, lift. Exhale down. Last one, breathe in. Exhale down. I'm going to change the top arm. Arms wide. That's an inhale. Exhale, hug. Put the other arm on top. Hang on to yourself. Give a hug. Drop your chin down if you want. That stretches the back of the neck a little. And then lift. Elbows up. Breathe in for 3. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, and 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. I'm going to turn sideways. We're going for eagle arms. So now we reposition the forearms going up, pointing up toward the ceiling. So whatever elbow on top is inside the lower elbow. This is called eagle arms. This is excellent. You might feel something on the back of the shoulder blades and upper back. Let's just hold here. So I'm going to give you some hand options. Turn this way. You can have the lower hand on the outside of the upper elbow. So for some of you, that might be comfortable. You may also slide the bottom arm up the upper arm. You may also wrap the hands. So just one palm inside the other. In this case, it'd be the lower palm touching the inside of the upper palm. So it doesn't really matter, the arm positioning is just option because the focus point, focus area of this, or target area, is the shoulder blades and upper back. I want you to cross right leg over left. Backwards. Right leg over left and just hold here. Sit up straight, drop your shoulders as best you can. So this is now eagle legs. And if some of you can wrap your foot around the lower part of your leg, I cannot do that because I am fluffy and I love it. But some people can wrap the foot, the foot of the upper leg around the calf of the lower leg. I cannot do that and I'm not worried about it. So if you can do that, that's just a little bit extra, whatever. Inhale, fingers up toward the ceiling. So notice how your shoulder blades feel here. Exhale down, we'll do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, 1 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, right foot on the floor. Open the arms on a breath in. We're changing the top arm. So back into eagle arms. The other arm is on the bottom. Turn to the side. Bottom hand can be on the outside of the upper arm. Bottom arm can slide up the upper arm. Hands can wrap. So those are your options for your hands. Again, the hands don't matter. This is for the shoulder blades. But I just want you to have options. When I first started yoga in, when there was that 2001, this was where I was because my back was tight. And so that's where I stayed until I was able to move up and up and up. So it's progressive. It's not, we're not trying to jam our bodies and force things. We want a natural progression as the benefit of our yoga practice. This time, left thigh over right, we'll hold here. If you can wrap the left foot around the right calf, try that. I can't, and I know that, and it's no big deal. It's just what it is. With all of our bodies are different. Our hip widths are different. Our hip joints are positioned in different ways. So we make the yoga work for us. We don't feel discouraged that we cannot do blah, blah, blah. We just do what we can do with the bodies that we have today. Okay, inhale, lift, fingers up. We'll do 3 of these. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. And last one, inhale, lift. Exhale down, left foot on the floor, release the arms, shake out arms and legs. And sit back in your chair comfortably for just a couple breaths. See how you feel, do a body scan, notice what's happening. Come up forward. Left leg over right, left thigh over right thigh. Right hand to left knee. We're going to twist to the left. So you can bring your left arm, either depending on how the height of your chair and the height of the back of your chair, you can drape the inside of your left arm over the back of your chair if that works out. You can hang on to the back leg of the left side or the seat bottom of the left side. We're twisting to the left. So I want to show you an option with the right hand. So for me, this is perfect. My right hand is hanging onto my left knee. For some people, they can bring the right elbow to the left knee. I feel a struggle there. So I just do it the way that works for my body, like I just told you. So twisting to the left, look over your left shoulder and hold there. Take some breaths. Then look over your right shoulder and hold it there and keep breathing. We're twisting to the left still. Look over the left shoulder, hold. Look over the right shoulder and hold. Torso back to center, see how things feel. Left foot on the floor, we'll switch legs. Right leg, right thigh over the left thigh. Left hand touches right outside the right knee, or you can bring the left elbow to the right knee. Right arm is somehow back behind you. Twist to your right. Sit up really tall. Twist to the right, look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. Look over the right shoulder. Look over the left shoulder. And look over the right shoulder and hold. Then come back to center, right foot on the mat, on the floor. Let's do some circles here again. Just have a notice of how you feel, your energy, mobility. Might feel a little different than when we started. And doing these stir the pots when you come forward, that's your exhale point. So just do a few of these really slowly. And then reverse your direction. Move the breath, relax your jaw, check your facial muscles. So we don't want grimacing or straining. We just want a neutral face. One of my teachers calls it a sweetened face. Does not mean a forced smile. It just means all the muscles are just chilling, just relaxed. Come back to center. Let's see. Interlace your hands behind your right where the head and the neck come together. So not quite all the way down on the neck, more like the low part of your skull. Okay, and arms are wide. Sit up really tall, pull in your belly button. And just take a couple breaths here. Let's arch our back. So let's do a back bend here. So lean your head back. Use your hands as a little hammock for your head. This is a nice stretch for the front body. And I believe that's called the superficial body, the front body. Just hold here. Take a breath in here. Exhale, bring the elbows near each other and then curl down. You may either hover over the knees or touch elbows to knees, your choice. We're gonna hold here. So hang out here. Allow the weight of the arms to stretch the back of the neck. Continue to breathe. It's kind of hard to breathe like this, but do the best you can. Inhale, come up. So we're gonna go in regular time. Exhale, curl forward. Inhale, come up. So these are really good. Again, if you have a tight low back, if you suffer from that, exhale down. And you can do these without the arm. Like if you're at work and you want to be more discreet, you don't need to use the arms if you don't want to. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Breathe in, lift your chest. Exhale down. One more set. Breathe in, lift. Exhale down. And then come upright, breathe in, and then lower the arms. And swan dive them down, sit back in your chair, relax for just a couple breaths. Separate the feet wide, sit up again, sit up tall. Knees and toes going the same way. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh. So we're not dumping. What I mean by dumping is the spine is still long, even though it's shooting off to the left. Okay. Right arm up and all the way over to the right ear and hold here. So the arms are engaged. Muscles are turned on. Arms are strong. They're engaged and activated. So this is another way to do a side stretch. Let's circle the right arm so you have options. If I just cracked my back, thank you very much. Big circles or not big circles, you pick. I like them big because I feel like I'm getting a better stretch or a deeper stretch or more of a stretch. Move the breath. And then let's reverse the direction of the circle. And then inhale, come up, both arms up, sit up as straight as you can, reach up. Exhale, the right arm goes, forearm goes onto the right thigh. Again, we're not dumping down, the spine is lengthened and elongated, and we're pointing over to the right. Left arm, left bicep, near left ear. Hold here, reach away as far as you can with the left fingers. Circle the left arm, small or large circles, your choice, yogi's choice. And then reverse the direction. Inhale, both arms up, and then swan dive the arms down. We're going to move into final relaxation. So you may stay in your chair, or if you want to lay on the floor or the sofa, or the bed, whatever's near, you may do that. I want to talk quickly about what final rest is. Oh my God, that time went by so fast. Basically, final relaxation is also called Shavasana, and Shavasana has two meanings. It means final relaxation or it means corpse pose. So if you're laying on your back, you have options. You can just lay flat out, arms out away from you. If you are uncomfortable laying on your back, you can bring the knees up to your chest, turn onto one side. That's called side corpse. You may also obviously do this sitting up. Even if we were in a mat class, you also have the option with me to do this sitting up. So this part of the class just kind of allows the energy we've stirred up to move around the entire body in an even, equal way. Yeah, that's mostly what Shavasana is for. So come to stillness. Notice your feet. Inhale. Exhale. Notice your legs. Inhale. Exhale. Notice your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Notice your arms. Inhale. Exhale. Notice your spine. Inhale. Exhale. Notice your head and neck. Inhale. Exhale. And return to your regular breathing pattern. Next breath in, take a big stretch. And release the stretch. Make your way back to seated. May you be happy. May your life have meaning. And may you be an instrument for social change. Thank you so much, all of you, for coming to class. If anyone has any comments, please turn your mic on.